Right. We got the Crimes and Investigations stream back up now for those of y'all that'll be tuning back into that channel over there. So I want to make sure I say this for those on that channel that are viewing. There is a really abhorrent incident that has happened in Tucson where a police officer shot a man in a mobility scooter 9 times, fatally shot him. He was suspected of stealing a toolbox from Walmart. And he has been accused, okay? He has been accused of flashing a knife when he was challenged. Although, again, accused. That has not been proven in no sort of law. I want to throw the link to the New York Times article into the live chat so that you guys can actually go over to the New York Times where you can actually see the video. I can't even show it. I might do it like during a screwed and chopped, or I want to, but just the way that YouTube is, you can go to that link and see it. It's also on Tucson.com, I believe, a direct link to the video right here, Tucson.com, the local news there in Tucson. There's a link to that actual video. And it was 3 videos. So this entire video that you see here is you didn't see the shooting like on the first part or the first video. There were 3 total videos so far that I'm aware of, and the shooting was caught on 2 of them. 61 years old. He was shot 9 times in his back and his side. And I do want to show a still shot, actually. Give me a second. I want to. Okay. I want to show us just a still shot. I wonder though, so I really, really almost want to break the rules and just show it. It's like I almost, I'm sitting up here literally contemplating how many strikes I have on my channel. Could I possibly take one to show this? I'm not going to show it right now. I might though end the stream on like my main channel and then show it like on the backup or something. I've actually did something similar to that before because I think that everybody should see this video. Hey, Third Eye. And the reason why I'm saying that everybody needs to see this video is because I've always been an advocate and a proponent of exposing all body camera footage, police officers having to wear body camera footage when they're having these engagements with the public. There's no reason why there would be a body camera, on a police officer's uniform and they're recording and that body camera footage not be released to the public. And there are intentional laws that have been made in various states across the United States that essentially blocks us, the public, from seeing these body camera footages. And I'm definitely not on like some morbid dark web shit in, wanting to show that either. Maybe blurring it out. Maybe I'll like do like a quick edit and blur the person out. What I want to show, what I'm trying to get a still shot of here is the officer that was over there firing. He put a kill shot into the whoever this is. He released his weapon. I'll have to count the shots, but over 5. There was a pause and shot. It was a kill shot. It was the one that you give behind the eyes, like you're hunting a fucking animal. It's the one that you give to put the animal out of its misery. I think I could actually get across what I'm saying here by just letting you hear it. I don't even think I'd have to show the visual images. Let me just listen to how the shots ring.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Did you hear that? That was a kill shot. That was a kill shot. Again, that's the shot that you give the animal to put it out of its misery because you know it's going to die anyway. There's no visual here. Just listen to the shots.
You need to stop.
Nobody can tell me that these motherfuckers ain't out here hunting people and shit. No wonder why the officer got fired. Oh, no wonder. No wonder, Tucson. No fucking wonder. Y'all, listen. Listen to this. I'm just going to play the audio.
Now at Copenhagen.
Okay, listen, there's an example of what I've said before
$400 off stressless
about how these people advertise on these sorts of videos and graphic content when the algorithm starts getting busy and people want to look at it. Y'all are just as wrong for monetizing on this type of video, New York Times. I'm just saying. Or no, this is actually Tucson.com's site. But listen to this. Just listen.
Bravo 18.
Bravo 18.
You sent me an 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted right in front of me, pulled a knife on me. He's currently westbound in the parking lot.
I need an additional unit to Bravo 18 at 1650 West Valencia Road. We're going to be 1039.
Bravo 18, copies. White male, flannel t-shirt, white hat. We're from the DD discount. And Bravo 18, we're currently northbound on Oak Tree going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 15 1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled a knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 18, we're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so we're just west of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
Listen.
Go to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Bravo 18, shots fired.
I'm gonna get my back.
Now imagine the visual. I'm not shy about showing police brutality at all. I'm known for that. The mannequin challenge. That was a kill shot. That was the
Bravo 15. We have one gunshot victim. Officers are code 4.
Bravo 156, code 4 for meds to move in at this point.
Bravo 15. I'll need units here. Code 3. We got a lot of people here.
10-4, stand by just one. Is it okay for meds to move in? Is the scene secure?
Yeah, scene's code 4. Let's move in.
and then look at them, Tucson.com. Look how they slapped a commercial on this graphic video. This police shooting. Look at that. Forced. I had no choice. It just pushed the commercial. They monetized that. That's cold. That is cold. Now, this happened outside of a Lowe's home improvement store 2 days ago. They fired the officer pretty much immediately. But it's like, am I supposed to give y'all a pat on the back or something? Like, what? How about I re-edit this video and put it as it is, that a Tucson police officer literally just assassinated a citizen. "61-year-old man." You hear me editing my title, don't you? Look at that. Look at them. Didn't they just force me to watch a commercial? Look at this. This is a shame. A shame. A shame. Pay attention to your ears.
Bravo 18.
Bravo 18.
You sent me an 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted. I confronted him. He pulled a knife on me. He's currently westbound in the parking lot.
I need an additional unit to Bravo 18 at 1650 West Valencia Road. We're going to be 1039.
Bravo 18, copy. It's white male, flannel t-shirt, white hat. We're from the DD's discount. And Bravo 18, we're currently northbound on Oak Tree going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 15 to 1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled a knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 18, we're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so we're just west of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Bravo 18, shots fired.
I'm gonna get my eyes back.
The man in the wheelchair, he appeared to be going into the store. He appeared to be going into the store. I don't know who the victim is. No, yes, I do. I meant to say, I don't know who the police officer is yet. But if you have any information that identifies who this police officer is, if you have actually been able to like confirm that, I'm definitely putting out feelers in the street, because these are the type of officers that I love to expose. He literally did a kill shot. Like he just ran up on a fucking deer. You don't even have to look at it. You just have to hear it.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
This man right here, he's about, what, maybe 2 feet, 3 feet there? Maybe 2, 3 feet? These are just some stills. There's the gun. There's the cop, about 3 feet, 2, 3 feet. This person is in a mobility wheelchair, 61 years old, having a really bad day. Whoever it was, they were having a real fucking crappy day. My question is, I heard what the caller said in the 911 call about, a knife or apparently flashed a knife. But did this officer actually see a knife? And even if you did see a knife, isn't that what a taser should have been used for? Non-lethal? You don't think you could have hit this person in the arm with a beanbag bullet or something and stopped them in their tracks? Whoever, they're 61 in a mobility wheelchair, and this officer, this fucking crooked ass cop, this crooked cop administered a kill shot.
Stop now. You need to
No visual even required.
Not going to the store, sir.
stop now. You need to stop.
I really hope that people talk about this. So I'm going to show this still here because you can see the cop. You can see his gun. Oh, he had the perfect stance. Oh, his firing was perfect. Look how straight his little pointy finger is. Look at that. Look at his form, y'all. Look at his form. Look at this crooked cop's form. Yeah. Look at that. Perfect form. He's got the pointy fingered out, hand gripped around the handle. Here's some additional information. This is the window I need. Got his name. Okay. Ryan Remington. Ryan Remington. That is the officer's name. So yeah, let me make sure to, let's see here, Tucson Police Officer Ryan Remington fatally shoots 61-year-old man in wheelchair like a dog. Make sure we get that name in there. Make sure people know. Bear with me. All right. Got that done. Ryan Remington.
On the east side, Bravo 1-8.
Bravo 1-8.
He's 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted. Right in front of me, pulled a knife on me. He's currently westbound in the parking lot.
I need an additional unit to Bravo 1-8 at 1650 West Valencia Road. We're going to be 1039.
Bravo 1-8, copy. It's white male, flannel t-shirt, white hat. We're in front of the DD's discount. And Bravo 1-8, we're currently northbound on Oak Tree going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 1-5 to 1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled a knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 1-8, we're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so we're just west of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
Got his knife in his other hand. You're not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Bravo 1-8, shots fired.
Tucson Police Department fired this officer. He was suspected of stealing a toolbox from Walmart and flashing a knife when challenged. The man, he was a man, a 61-year-old Richard Lee Richards. So I don't know any details beyond that. Store surveillance video shows Officer Remington placing handcuffs on a motionless Mr. Richards. News conference. Tuesday, Police Chief Chris Magnus said he was deeply disturbed and troubled by Officer Remington's actions. You mean Killer Remington's actions. Quote, his use of deadly force in this incident is a clear violation of department policy and directly contradicts multiple aspects of our use of force and training, Chief Magnus said. As a result, the department moved earlier today to terminate Officer Remington. Blah, blah, blah. Why isn't Officer Remington in a jail cell? That's what I want to know. That was an intentional manslaughter at the very least. You heard the shots, right? He administered a kill shot. Why isn't Ryan Remington in some bracelets? If it was anybody else, if it was any one of us who is not walking around with a badge, a fucking metal cutout that you guys, create for yourselves to make yourselves feel good. But the truth is, police officers are the #1 gang in America. They're worse than the Bloods and the Crips. There's so much history going even back to how the various police groups, they gang up and group together in a city near you, has been infiltrated by white supremacists, what do they call them? Ku Klux Klansmen, the dudes that like to put sheets over because they're too ashamed to admit what they really do and how they really feel. So they're pussy and pull a sheet over their fucking head, cut some eyes out and shit. Weak ass bitches. Weird motherfuckers that scream to the hilltops about their white supremacy and shit and how they're better than blonde eyes, blue hair bullshit. But there's even been documentaries made about how various police agencies were infiltrated with groups from a systematic type of scale, intentionally white supremacists placed into various positions of power. Police agencies in one city connecting with police agencies in another city, making connections, trading employees. They fucked up over here. Let me send them over here. The motherfucking the fact that I just seen that this dude, this fucking killer, this manslaughterer killed that person in that wheelchair with just zero impunity tells me that they're walking around thinking that they can just do that shit. He administered a kill shot. Why isn't Ryan Remington behind a fucking jail cell? If it was you would have been arrested right after the shit happened. I don't get it.
The Lowe's. And Bravo 150-1U5. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled a knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 1-8. We're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so just west of Oak Tree. Still going south though.
The Pima County Attorney's Office is supposedly investigating the matter. Mayor Regina Romero said, unconscionable and indefensible. How about you go up there and say what everybody else is thinking and apply the rules fairly across the board? I don't really give a fuck about you firing this fucker, this corrupt cop, Ryan Remington. I don't really care about that. I want to know why Ryan Remington isn't sitting on a metal slab right now. Because if it was anybody else, they would have been arrested by now. Fired? He administered a kill shot. That tells me everything I need to know. I can't even begin to tell you.
You're not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
Bravo 8, shots fired.
The encounter ended at a Lowe's. It began across the street at Walmart. Shortly before 6, Walmart employee contacted Mr. Remington, who was working as a security officer at the retailer, and said that a man in a motorized wheelchair had stolen a toolbox. The employee said that he had asked Mr. Richards for a receipt for the toolbox. According to the chief, instead of providing a receipt, Mr. Richards brandished a knife and said, "Here's your receipt." Officer Remington, I don't even like to say that in the same sentence. Remington wanted Mr. Richards to stop and to surrender his knife. Mr. Richards refused to comply and instead continued to head through the Walmart and Lowe's parking lot. According to the Walmart employee, Mr. Richards said, "If you want me to put down the knife, you're going to have to shoot me." This is what's coming out of the police chief's mouth, though. Okay? So, of course, they're going to emphasize those sorts of things. So keep that in context. You cannot trust what the chief of police is out there saying. I don't give a damn. I seen the video. I seen it with my own eyes. I don't need to hear or go to any press conference by the fucking police chief. It's just a disrespect on top of everything else. If you're not coming out here announcing that you've arrested Ryan Remington, I'm just really not even interested. It's bullshit. Remington fired 9 rounds, striking him in the back and side. Mr. Richards was known for having physical problems that caused him to be in a wheelchair, including a hip replacement operation, some infections that he had apparently after the hip operation, and said this was Mr. Stortz. This was an attorney that used to represent Mr. Richards, and in some sort of case, he just spoke on behalf of Richards and said that his shooting, which you just heard, even the kill shot, right, was horrifying and over the top. That's what the dead man's, the one who was murdered by this dude who likes to play in with badges and shit. I want to be a security officer when I grow up. I want to be a police officer when I grow up. Hey, Nika B, how are you? I've seen you around in the chat. I subbed over there to you as well. Yeah. This here is pretty, in all the police, well, I can't say it tops. There's a couple of videos that I can put out that I've seen that were even worse than this, but this is pretty bad. This reminds me almost of like the Walter Scott situation when he was shot in his back while he was running away. Oscar Grant. I could go on and on and on and on. Alton Sterling, even. That was a crazy situation. But man, this here is it's pretty damning. Very horrifying and over the top. It was the kill shot for me. The lawyer continued, this is Mr. Story, continued to say, quote, "It was just so bizarre. I could understand how he could maybe be a problem, but you don't shoot someone in the back 9 times in a wheelchair. If you did it, you'd be looking at more problems than you'd care to believe." Okay, end quote. That's from the lawyer that represents this man here, the one that was killed. Quote, "Officers are trained that if they perceive a serious and imminent deadly threat, they are to fire multiple times until they perceive the threat is removed." Is that what he's telling himself? Is that what Ryan Remington's telling himself? Is that what he's telling himself to justify this shit? The dude is in a fucking wheelchair, man. Where's the taser? Why wasn't a taser deployed in this situation? This man is in a wheelchair. He had, from my understanding, no gun. How far is he going to really be able to get you with a knife? And he can't even get out of the chair. Oh, well, you know, there's been a lot of deadly situations with people in wheelchairs. You know, people in wheelchairs can be dangerous too. It was the kill shot for me. It was the kill shot for me. Shout out to Heidi Fly. I say that because, you know, it was the eyelashes for her, and that particular, you know, statement sort of set off this crazy trend of people saying that phrase and just kind of mixing up and mincing up the words. Now, it was the kill shot for me.
Bravo 18.
Bravo 18.
You sent me an 84. I have a male suspect that just shoplifted. Right in front of me, pulled a knife on me. He's currently westbound in the parking lot.
I need an additional unit to Bravo 18 at 1650 West Valencia Road. We're going to be 1039.
Bravo 18, copy. It's white male, flannel t-shirt, white hat. We're from a DD discount. And Bravo 18, we're currently northbound on Oak Tree going towards the Lowe's. And Bravo 15 125. He's confronted by loss prevention. He pulled a knife on loss prevention while I was right there. And Bravo 18, we're on the east side of Lowe's in the parking lot, so we're just west of Oak Tree. Still going southbound.
Not going to the store, sir.
Stop now. You need to stop.
You guys, I don't really have anything else to say. I just, from my perspective, you already know where I'm at with it. Where is the charges? I'll catch y'all next time.